Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. If you're new, please hit that thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on your notification bell so you can get notified whenever a new video is released on this channel. If you want to check out more tours, feel free to browse my channel. I have over 300 plus tours covering all different neighborhoods in Philadelphia, PA. Right now we are on M and Hunting Park. I'm in the Juniata section, which is right by the Feltonville neighborhood. We're gonna be going to a little graffiti, I guess you could say like a graffiti canal. It's called the Res, R-E-S, and it's a reservoir where water normally runs through. It borders Juniata and the Frankford neighborhood. So what we're gonna do is, I figured it's a nice day. As you can see, I'm out here in a t-shirt, some sweats, some old kicks, and we're gonna take a walk. We're gonna walk over there. Today's high is supposed to be 70, 71, give or take. The sun still isn't up at its peak yet, but I'm out and about. Feel free to move your mobile device all around you, to your left, to your right, up, down. If this is your first time experiencing a 360 video on my channel, get immersive, get involved. Your camera, you can move it all around. Your phone, just move it around and you'll see that the angle would change. If you're on a television set or you're using like a PlayStation or Xbox, you can move the D-pad around your remote. If you're using like a TV remote, move the arrow pad around, the directional pad, and you can look all around me and get a better look at what I'm walking by. Now, I do know that some people say that they get motion sickness from moving around the camera. If you happen to get motion sickness, just set it up to, you can touch your screen and move the camera to look right in front of where I'm walking, and then don't move the camera around no more. Sit it up on the table, or sit up on the table first, slide it around and get it perfect, and just stay right in front of me. You don't have to get interactive if you don't want to, but if you want to, my best recommendation is sit on a computer chair that oscillates and spins around, and boom. We're on M in Bristol. I'm gonna make this right hand turn on Bristol Street. On my left hand side, we got the Carl Mackley apartments. You could say they're like low income housing, something like the projects right there. My left hand side, as you can see, the first floor, it looks like they're advertising income tax service. These houses on my right hand side, they have little porches, lawns. They vary from block to block, but for the most part they all got lawns, porch fronts. Some are closed, some are sealed, open. On my right hand side, we just passed Linda's. Linda's is a nice hoagie spot I used to go to. Yeah, right there on Maywood. We got a little gangster dog. How you doing, doggy? Yeah, those dogs will be more protective than a full-size dog. That dog was on go. Who needs a security system when you got one of those? All right, we're passing the 4200 block of Markland Street. Loving the sun. We've been waiting for this. Here in Philly, we've been waiting for these sunny days, man. No, I have. They're out here, the dirt bikes. Dirt bike on my left hand side. Now it's in front of me. Yeah, he was on a little Honda. Sound like a CR80, maybe an 85. It didn't look like the big wheel, so it was probably an 80. Two-stroke. All right, we got El Hospital del Hambre, San Rafael, number 5 mini market. We still got the projects on my left-hand side. If you look to my left, you'll see the projects still standing there. Takes a whole square block. Around the corner, we got Juniata Park. And then we got, I believe, Tacony Creek Walkway, or one of the little creek walkways. I can't think of it right now. But as always, I like these tours to be engaging. So if you have any knowledge, if you have any information, any facts, any stories you want to share in the comment section, that's why I leave the comment section open so you guys could chime in. I got keys in my pocket. I got so many objects that are making noises. But see if I can try to keep some of this stuff still. I feel like I got a pocket full of change and I don't. It's just a bunch of metal objects. You know how keys make noise? Yeah, keys. Now we're passing the 4200 block of Nelson Street. I had a family member that used to live on this block. I think they moved like probably 13 years ago, 12, maybe 10 years roughly, 10 to 13 years ago. They moved to Florida. Yeah. They got back driveways with garages. Remember I was telling you? Then remember I was saying that some of them have sealed porches, some of them have open porches. The houses we're passing have sealed porches. We're passing Ormond Street. See, if you look to my right, you'll see that some of them houses have open porches and then some of them have sealed porches. Like this one directly to my right here. It varies from house to house. It looks like right here around their yard, they're keeping some metal objects. I don't know if they're scrapping it or whatever, but if you look to my right, take a look, you'll see the little alley. See some people made like an awning right here where they can have a cookout and grill and all of that stuff. Oh, I think we got one of those evil dogs coming up. We're on O and Bristol Street. O and Bristol. Right up the block, they just made some new homes. Matter of fact, should I show you all them new homes? Let me take, before we go to the res is right up the block. We're crossing Bristol Street, 1500 to my left, 1600 to my right. We're entering the 4300 block of O Street. Right up the block is the res. But before I take y'all to the res, I think I do want to show y'all these new houses they made right up the block recently. They made them less than 10 years ago. I would say probably like 8, 9, 10 years ago. Maybe a little longer. I don't know. I'll give you guys a rough estimate. These houses right here on my right hand side have been here. These are the original ones from the neighborhood. Check it out, they got little lawns, you see? Grassy lawns. Ah, they got a paper. Some people still get paper, impacto. So that person must be signed up for a paper service for like Spanish newspaper. Some of the lawns are open, some of them are fenced in like this one, you see? Black fence, got a little swing set. This one right here got trampolines, got one of the fence sets. What's that called? Chain link, yeah. And then you got some of the ones with these little half metal gates. That's not full size. The first one was like a 5-footer, 4-footer. These are like 2.5 feet. Please close gate behind you. I just read one of the signs. This park on my left, what's this, Piccoli Playground? I think this is Piccoli. Don't hold me to that. If you know what that park is, let me know. I think it's Piccoli Playground and Piccoli Rec Center. I hung there a couple times when I was a youngster. Yeah, I just wanted to show you guys this block right here because they literally just made this whole entire little strip right here with these houses. These houses are beautiful. It's on O and Cayuga Street. O and Cayuga. It's a no outlet to my right, so I'll probably take you in like halfway through half the block and then I'll bust a U-turn just because I wanted y'all to get an idea at the variety of houses that are in this little neighborhood right here. I'm gonna put it up, put the camera up some so that you guys don't always gotta just see me. I know I'm not the fondest thing to look at. But I like them. They're basic, not too fancy, not too you know, they look like average homes, but well kept. You know, obviously they're new. Little lawns, little side, you know, pieces of land, garages, shingles up top. Yeah, it runs right there to Wingahocket, because I know around the corner is Adams and Wingahocket. My mom used to live around the corner on Adams, and when she used to live there, they didn't have these here. Yeah. Actually, I'm gonna show you guys the res from up top. Since we're already here, we're already this far. I can show you guys the res from up top and then we'll enter it together. Show you guys the entrance. Yeah, check them out. They got shutters. The shutters aren't functional. Boo-hoo. Spend all that money for a new house. Listen, if I want a new house, listen, y'all better make those shutters functional. Y'all better figure it out. I don't care, figure it out. Wind Transit. I guess somebody probably lives here, but works for a transit company. You gotta pay the mortgage on the house, right? That CVS pharmacy right there across the street on my left-hand side is closed. Yeah, it's closed. They closed it down. But after all the looting and stuff happened last year, they ended up closing it down. There's a lot of closed businesses around Erie Torresdale, like Dunkin' Donuts, you know, closed restaurants that were once open and thriving. They closed down. We got Romano's right here. The Mill Room, Romano's. I know sometimes they do like catered events. It's like a banquet hall. It's a restaurant, but you can rent out the space. I know in my high school, they went there for like a class trip. I didn't go. On my right hand side, this parking lot right here, there used to be a bunch of classic Mustangs, a bunch of classic cars. I don't know what happened to the owner of this, but there's no longer classic cars in it. As you can see, it looks like Romano's probably got a hold of this parking, because it says Romano's additional parking. So I'm gonna show you guys the res from above, the graffiti res, and then I'm gonna show you it, how to get in and off from inside of it. You know what I mean? All right, y'all, so check it out. Right here. If I make a right-hand turn, you guys can look down. Look down, check it out. That's the graffiti res. You see on my left and on my right, there's graffiti on both sides of the reservoir. There's water in the middle. We're probably not gonna be able to cross the water because I don't have water boots or any like, what are those, rubber ducky boots? For wet weather, I don't have those, so we're gonna be definitely going through there. We'll probably just stay on the right side. The side we're gonna enter is gonna be from right there. I'm gonna cross the street so at least you guys can see the other side from the top, and then we will walk through it. Crossing the street over here. These vehicles right here that are crashed up, looks like they belong to the automotive shop right there. Probably fixing them up. This is the opposite side of the graffiti res. And it follows all the way down. So what we'll do is, we're gonna walk up this way until we cross back to that street. There's no other way to get to it. I mean, you can crawl through this grassy area. There used to be an opening in the gate, but it's been so long, they probably sealed up that opening. Now the graffiti that's done down there, obviously they don't ask for permission. At least not on this little strip. But I don't think they get in trouble. I've never heard of anybody getting in trouble going down there to the res. I guess the law authorities would rather have you spray paint down there than spray paint anywhere else. You know what I mean? Got like a little, what's that, like a gazebo? I think that's a gazebo. Yo, gazebo is such an intricate word. Imagine naming your child Gazebo. Yo, could you imagine that? Your last name's Smith. Your child's first name is Gazebo. Hello, my name is Gazebo Smith. Ha! Yo, gazebo. All right. So I'm not gonna go back on the same side that I went on. I'm just gonna cross the street and go back on that side so y'all can see the opposite side. Take advantage of the sun. I'm about to start shining soon. Y'all about to start seeing me glisten. Toon be glistening in the summer. I'll be getting my sparkle on. Yeah, because I can't stand the heat. And then once I start walking, my body starts to perspire. My body starts to like sweat. And then boom, before you know it, I'm dripping sweat. It ain't that weather yet, so we getting lucky, But once it hits like 85, 90, it's a wrap. I gotta have like a sweat towel with me because I'm gonna have beads running down my face, like if it's raining. Now, this experience would work really good if you got virtual reality goggles. There's a virtual reality headset. You know, you can purchase a VR headset. You don't gotta go get one. Works just fine with your cell phone. But if you wanna go hands-free, just put on the headset and you can look through the goggles and you can just, you know, chill with your hands down. You know what I mean? And then wherever you look up, if you look up, down, left, right, you'll kind of feel immersed in it. And then they got little mailboxes right here. Yeah, personally, how do you guys prefer to get your mail? Do you guys prefer to get your mail to your own mailbox in your house? Or would you like to get your mail in one of those little like joint box accounts? I don't really like the joint box situation. I wanted to get it at my door slot. Even though those have keys, so it looks pretty safe. I prefer it to come to my door front than to, you know what I mean? Let's go to the back block. Let's cross right here, because we already came up from that block. Now we're gonna go to the back block. That's the block that's right in front of the reservoir. Now if you cross over that side, the res, like if you kept going down Wingerhaken and turn down Adams, that's the Frankford neighborhood. This is like borderline Frankford and Juniata. Now, like I mentioned the other day, Juniata doesn't have no real defined coordinates. Like if you type Juniata, you type Philadelphia, no, you type, I'm sorry, Juniata neighborhood, Philadelphia on Google. It'll come up, then you click it. There's no definition, there's no defined coordinates, there's no outline. We're gonna make this right-hand turn on the 4300 block of Potter Street. But now if you type Feltonville neighborhood, Philadelphia on Google and click that map that comes up, you'll see a well-defined outline of the Feltonville neighborhood, and you'll see partial, you know, a piece of Juniata, majority of it is in the Feltonville neighborhood. So there's a couple neighborhoods that's like that. Hartranft, Worcester, Little Saigon, Juniata. Those are a couple neighborhoods that they are neighborhoods in Philadelphia, but they're not too defined when you look them up on the map. They're borderline, or they're sharing a space with another neighborhood. But I'm sure people who live on this block, I'm sure that they rep or represent Juniata. You ask them where they live at, they'll say, I live in Juniata. Juniata, this is like, it's considered northeast. I mean, northern east part of Philadelphia. I don't consider it far northeast. This is like the very tip of northeast, tip of the iceberg. It's really close to north. This is right here, this block right here is 10 minutes from Kensington and Allegheny, where that, you know, little crisis is going on right now. Yo, there's like wasps, or like bees with really long stingers. I don't play with those things. No, never. I'm out. Pew! I'm not allergic to them, but I definitely don't want to get stung by one. Look at this little patio. Nice little space. Alright guys, I'm gonna bring the camera down a little bit. I'm sorry you guys are gonna have to look at my ugly face for right now. I do apologize. But alright, so we just exited the 4300 block of Potter Street. I'm gonna make this left-hand turn because I want to show you guys. We're on Bristol and Potter. Show you guys how we get down here to this entrance. On my right hand side you see a little graffiti. This is a no outlet, so normally when I would come I would like park around here, but I didn't. Figured I'd walk in, take you guys so y'all can see a little bit of scenario. This is their back driveway, so basically I'm sure a lot of people are familiar with people coming and checking out their res. I know we usually be coming out here in groups. Yeah, the entrance is still open, so I'm gonna try to, y'all can look down if y'all want to see me try to climb down here. All right, y'all, so we're right here. I gotta get down there. Look down. You guys looking down? I gotta get down there. So what I'm gonna do is, please forgive me, y'all. The camera work's gonna get a little shoddy, because I gotta make sure that I'm safe before I make sure it's a good camera view. So if you guys want to look down, look down. Look down as I'm going down. See? Alright, y'all. So we're down here at the Philadelphia Graffiti Res. You'll see a variety of tag ups, pieces, burners. You might see an occasional like very detailed mural, throw ups. Those are different varieties of graffiti. Some people consider this artwork, some people consider it graffiti. I know pieces, burners, even straight letters are more on the artistic, you know, side of graffiti. Even throw ups, there's some nice looking throw ups. Throw up, if you guys are wondering what's a throw up's like the bubble letter. Looks like, you know, it's quick. It's supposed to just throw it up quick. Boom, boom, throw up. Bubble letter. Says your name, you in, you out. Shouldn't take you that long to do a throw up. Straight letters are a little bit more defined. You gotta watch this, slippery. Burners get a little bit more defined, you know, and they put the little bubbles and all that stuff. And then pieces get really detailed. Sometimes they throw a character in it, you know. And then the mural is like the full-blown artwork. Like these guys are here, as you can see, they put Chucky. We're gonna start with this side of the res first because it's the shortest side of the res. We're gonna go to that tunnel and then we'll make a U-turn and then we'll start heading back. Just so that I don't have to do that whole side, come back and just touch base here. Gotta watch it because this on the ground is slippery. It's like sludge. It's sludgy. This is beautiful right here. Cash did this. This is real sick. Look at that character. Just the detail. Look at the line work. Look at that female. That female looks awesome. She got like the Cruella de Vil fingers. Oh man. Like the long, lengthy, slim fingers. You see the snowman. You see the snow tracks. This is awesome. Like they did an awesome job here. 2020. So we're in 2021. They did that in 2020. A lot of the times, the graph artists will date it. So, you know, you can see the life of it, see how long it's been up. However, I did meet an artist that he doesn't like to date his stuff. His name is Krenz, K-R-E-N-Z. He doesn't like to date his artwork. One time I was with him and I think I was doing like a throw up or something. And I was about to put the date and he said, no, Toon, what you doing? I said, I'm about to date it, bro. He said, don't do that, don't. So he preferred to just leave it undated. It looks like it lived longer. I don't know if that was his intention. We got this Chucky. This Chucky's cool. I'm taking y'all real quick through that. I'm just trying not to slip on this sludge because it's like fungi and sludge at the same time. We have another ladder. It goes up right here. This is the reservoir, as you can see. This is the actual reservoir. This is where, I'll be careful I don't slip. You see? And we can go down. I can walk all the way down there. The only thing is, it probably goes for another, I would say like 15 feet before it's just nothing but water. And I don't got the appropriate shoes. And this is looking extra slippery. So I'm not gonna, because if I go down there and I take one for the team, I'm gonna have to walk through this whole thing slimy. And I'm not looking forward to walking through this thing slimy right now. Yeah, this is slippery and then I got on sneaks. Oh no. I stand on the flat version of it over there and I feel like I'm gonna slip. So I gotta like step firmly. This looks like some toxic stuff right here, right? Look down on my right hand side. This looks like some Ninja Turtle stuff. This is probably where the Ninja Turtle's at. Hey yo, Raphael! Skidoo! Leonardo! Donatello! Michelangelo! Subscribe to Toon 215. Yo, y'all heard that? That was hot. That was like the hottest plug ever. Oh, hey, yo, the echo went away. I don't sound beautiful no more. Yo, this is not good. Make note, if you ever come down here, you're probably trespassing, like I am. But secondly, most importantly, come with some proper footwear. Come with the proper footwear. All right, y'all, since y'all saw that on my left side, y'all can look across the res and y'all can look on my right side and just take it in. MD, yeah, MD. I see you, MD, E-M-D-E, MD. I see you, brother. Yeah, sense. Excerpt, or SRT, sour, roke. Some of them are more legible than others. TNZ, I mean TNS, I said TNZ. You know what I was thinking? I was thinking of TMZ, you know, the gossip channel, or the gossip show. TNS. TNS once again. When I used to write my name, Toons, I would use the short TNS too, but Sosa, yeah, some of them are more legible than others, while others they make sure it's really intricate and detailed, harder for the average person to read. Harm. And what's that? Again? He just put an H in between A and G. I guess he wanted the H to be silent. They add a little creativity. Sometimes they add more letters for style. Style points. You know, like Oban. I got a young homie named Oban. Check this out before we talk about Oban. This is a Montana spray can. This is a quality paint right here. This is damn near like a $10 can of paint. Depends on where you go. You might be able to get it for like 7, 8 bucks. Some places like 11, 12 bucks. But Montana, usually, wow. Normally they have 2 balls in there to normally they have 2 steel balls that mix up the paint. Cause cheap cans come with like 1. Let's throw that there. Boom. Now I should have wrote my name on it. Dang it, I didn't bring a marker. But yeah, that's quality paint right there. Dries quick, doesn't run, rich in color. That's why they spend a little bit more money for that paint. That paint's good for doing murals, pieces, stuff like that. You definitely don't want to go tagging with that paint. It's more money. Got a lot of tags. Some people covered up, 2 or 3 throw ups here. They went over somebody else, which is considered disrespectful, but it depends on the extent, because there are legal rules when it comes to graffiti on how you're able to legally go over someone. Like a burner can go over a throw up, a piece can go over a burner, a mural can go over a piece. But like if you do, like, let's say a piece and somebody comes and tags right over it, that's disrespectful. You're not supposed to do that. You're not. Especially if you still show their name under it, you're not supposed to do that. I mean, it gets more disrespectful. They cross people out and then they put their tag. Look at Miser on my left hand side. He tagged up on the floor too. Miser got his tags out. Yeah, you see like right there, Ruse. Oh, that's Rue. Is that Rue from Jersey? I actually met Rue. R-E-W-Z. Did he put the Z for style? Yeah, Rue. Right here on my right hand side again, Rue. And Pines. And Pine over there. There was an original Pine, ESC Pine, that was doing big things back in the 90s, because I remember seeing them around everywhere with Kid. Hothead Kid, I believe, same Clit Cess. As you can see on Rue's name, they used spray paint, a can of paint, and they did like some lines. That's disrespectful. But they were smart enough not to put their whole name. Sad enough to say, a lot of graffiti beef starts because of like dumb stuff like that, you know, not following the rules. But some people live by no rules. When it comes to graffiti, I mean, it all depends on the person, how they were, you know, raised, like their traditional morals, graffiti aside, and then you got to pick up graffiti morals. You know, don't just get into the art and start painting and disrespecting everybody. You know, like the proper way to do it, like there's a little roller paint right here, R-A-M-E, Rain, Mr. Rain from KMD 2021. I think there was one right under this that was his, and I think they crossed them out. He tends to get crossed out a lot, unfortunately. But what he did here was the right way to go about it. He brought a can of white paint. He buffed the wall himself, so as you can see, the backdrop is buffed. He hit it with a roller, and then he threw his piece there. Like a burner piece. Yeah. Did the old school style with the the bubbles, a couple shades and whatnot. Rain takes pride in being a street dude before he was a graph artist. We got Gage across the street, across the res, I said across the street. Rank, Ruin, Ober. We got some really detailed ones right there. Those would probably be like pieces. That's more of a piece than, you know what I mean? Because you see how it's a little bit more complicated to read. E-A-S-E, ease. That's still legible. This one, what's that, E-K? E-K or E-H? No, E-R. E-red, E-R-E-D. You see some of them are a little bit more complicated to make out. But like I said, some people don't want people to read their stuff. Like quick draw, he throw a little character, TDK, quick draw, quick on the draw, Rask. They'll usually throw names around their pieces, or you know, their burners or whatever. The mural, throw names of people that they know, their homies, people who pass away. Maybe they might throw their squad, you know. They'll be like OTM, you know, GN, TDK. You see? They're gonna start to get, you know, more colorful and detailed. Yeah, there's a character right there on that one, which I like. Some people, you can see that they came and they did the same thing that Rain did. They took a can of paint and they rolled it, and then they threw their artwork there. South Philadelphia, not-for-profit. D-R-E-A-D, Dread. Dread. You could tell when they taboo. You see that taboo? That taboo is nice, big, and legible. There's some artists who prefer to leave their things more legible. The more legible for them, the better, because that means the average person can read it, therefore equaling more reputation. You know, there's some graffiti artists that have a lot of style. You know, 10, 15, 20 hands. Like I myself, with T-O-O-N, I probably have a good 15, maybe 20 hands. I haven't been writing in a while, but I got an easy 15 different styles for a Toon. But there's people that take pride in putting their most simplest hand on a wall so that the average commuter on a bus, on a train, you know, so whoever's walking, driving, can read it. And that name subconsciously will be embedded in their mind. So the next time they see it, it's like a stamp. It's like the Nike logo. Once you see the Nike logo from the corner of your eye, you already know what it represents. You know, Adidas, Reebok, Timberland, whatever your brand is, like the Gucci logo, you know what I mean? The Louis Vuitton logo, those logos, it's like marketing, but for graffiti. Marketing 101, you know? So they'll have so many hands, but when they go and they wreck the city, they'll use their most simplistic hand on purpose. That's part of the craft too. It's a culture all in itself. It's a lifestyle. It's a way of living for some. It's a way where they're able to build family, build friends. You know, some of them get closer to their graffiti friends than their real family and friends. You know what I mean? It's art. It's a way for a bunch of young gentlemen and women, because there's a few women that write. It's a way for them to relate. They relate through the artwork. They relate through the walls. They talk through the cans. You understand? They talk through the hand styles. Black books. All types of stuff. The average eye wouldn't be able to read half of this stuff. Nate. Haha, Nate. Nate or Rock. Actually met Nate. And believe it or not, a lot of these artists know each other. A lot of them know each other. There'll be times where you'll come down here and you'll see people doing graph. G-R-A-F-F, graph, short for graffiti. You'll see people, you know, working on their work. You might, you know, see them. If you writing, yo, what's up, bro? What you write? They'll tell you what they write. You tell what you write. Y'all dab up and keep it moving, and you'll go do your wall. If they got a book, if they got a black book, they'll tell you to hit it up. Some people more low profile. They don't really like to disclose too much information. The less you know about them, the better. They prefer to be incognito. They like to be infamous. If you come down here and you have beef with someone, or you get caught crossing somebody over, that's not good for you, man. It's not good, especially if the person takes it personal. Some people take it really personal, you know, because they spend money on the paint. You might spend $50 to $100 just on, you know, 10, 15 cans of paint, and then spend 2-3 hours of your time doing some artwork to have somebody come and disrespect it, you know? And there's different levels of disrespect. There is somebody going over you by accident. You know, you can tell if it was intentional. If they went over you a little bit, then it's not that serious. People going right over you, crossing you out. People not only crossing you out and putting their name, but putting a message for you like F you, suck my, you know what I mean? That's more personal. There's people that'll cross you out and won't leave their name, and they'll just do it anonymously. Lomein, L-O-M-E-I-N. He put a little old lady right here. Dask. Yeah, I actually made Dask many years ago. Now we're passing that overpass. Remember we were up there? Now we're under the overpass. The overpass that's above us would be, I believe, Wingahaken. See, this is cheap paint right here. Like if you look right here on my left-hand side, this is cheap paint. You can tell because the paint drips. It drips, it runs, and then they didn't lay the colors down accordingly, where they didn't even let it dry. It looked like they kept writing and it kept dripping and dripping. When you buy the more high quality paint, you can layer better. You can lay the colors, they lay cleaner. If you look at the line work, it also depends on the cap too, the cap you're using, but can control, you know? D-A-P-S, DAPS. Those are detailed to an extent. For being fast and being legal joints, they're detailed. That means that they can get down, like give them a legal wall, and that means they can get down because they got all that wild style. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's nice. Miser. Some people come down here to practice too. Sometimes there's like a practice spot for people. There's a couple spots like this in Philly. There were more back in the day. And of course, it depends on what day you were thriving. Because some people say 2000s graphs is nothing like 90s graphs. Some people say 90s graph is nothing like 80s graphs. Some people say 80s graph is nothing like 70s graph. I'm a firm believer that every generation influences the next. But the next generation also provides some posture for the previous generation. You gotta respect the future generation also. You can't sit there and just think that just because you're an older generation that, you know, you're better than the newer generation. Because I know, like, for example, I was talking about Old Band. Old Band was one of my young bulls. He was actually one of my students when I used to work with youth. Quick story about him. I told this before, but I had went into the bathroom at the school that I used to work at, and I saw a huge Old Band tag on the bathroom wall. He came out the stall, and he looked suspect, and he had his marker. And I don't know if he thought that I was gonna put him out there. I ain't rat on him. I just told him, go ahead, bro. Because I knew, because I used to write at that time too. That's when he was like in 7th grade. Now he's a young adult, and he's like one of Philadelphia's best, you know, young writers. He's a younger writer. Right now, I believe he's locked up. Free Old Band. But I think I brought him up briefly earlier when I was talking about stylization, when some graffiti artists add a letter for style. Old Band is one of the ones that he'll put O-H-B-A-N. O-Band. Get it? Like O-O-H-B-A-N. But his name is actually O-B-A-N. O-Band. Not to be confused with my other homie, Ban. B-A-N. Not to be confused with the OG, Bam. B-A-M. So there's different variations. But O-Band might put O-Band, meaning O-O-O-O-B-A-N, band. Like how when I write, sometimes I will put 6 O's. I'll put T, O-O-O-O-O-O-N. And I'll do it real long down a wall, and it'll pretty much say Toon, like if I'm yelling Toon. What that signifies is I had a little bit more time. I didn't really fear the law. I was, you know, it gives a little bit more style, more stylization, more flavor. It keeps people's heads up, you know what I mean? There's more variation to your name. I'm walking really cautiously here, guys, because I just want to be sure that I'm not gonna slip and fall on any of this. All right, so I got probably like another 3 minutes or so that I can show you guys some of this res. I had the timer set up just to give me an idea of, you know, bumper space, bumper timing. I don't want my battery to run out while I'm in the middle of talking. The other day I did a tour and it ran out right in the middle of talking. So we'll probably walk another 50 yards or so, and we'll conclude our little tour. I just wanted to give you guys a little backdrop. But all in all, this is art. This is beautiful. It takes talent, it takes skill, it takes focus, discipline, practice. Many of these guys been writing for 10, 15, 20, 30 plus years. Like the dude that I said, Rain, back there, he's been writing for 20 plus years. So a lot of these people have been doing it. It's a culture for them. There's dudes in their 40s, 50s, still writing, still doing graffiti, still, you know, doing everything from tags. I know a lot of people don't like the tag up. Y'all consider it chicken scratch, but that's a whole lifestyle in itself. That's like skill. It takes skill to actually be able to have the can control, and you know what I mean, the whips, the fades, and then everything. Like, it's not easy, but some people get immersed in the lifestyle and, you know, they stop there. They don't work on anything else. They don't have many other hobbies. Some people do a little bit of other things, but there's many people who engulf their whole life in graffiti. Boulder, I see you, Boulder. B-O-L-D-E-R, Boulder. I shot a music video for him. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Cress, I see you, Cress. You had those highways on Smash, brother. I met that young brother too. But yeah, guys, so with that being said, thank you for watching. Just wanted to plant the seed, show you guys a different experience in 360. I got 360 videos dropping at minimum at least once a week. On good weeks, I'll do 2 a week. Drop one in the middle of the week and one on every Saturday as of now till it warms up. And y'all know I got all the other tours on Smash. Driving tours. I got the walking tours, 4K. I'm probably hit y'all with some supermoto tours. I still got the scooter tours, the the scooter tours, but I'm gonna jump on the motorcycle too for y'all. Give y'all some supermoto tours. I'm gonna hit y'all with the bicycle tours. We're definitely gonna be traveling, and we're gonna continue running laps around Philly, and we're gonna go to the outskirts and to other neighborhoods. I'm not really focused on the outskirts of Philly, to be completely honest. I'm more focused on ooh, almost took that. See that? I did the ooh, like the little Chris Brown oohs. Ooh, that's how Chris Brown do it. Y'all slipped on this sludge. But I'm not so much focused on the outskirts of Philly, like Bucks County, Montgomery County. I'm not really focused on that. I'm more focused on like beautiful towns that I can visit, you know, and explore, because I do want to enjoy life too. I don't always just want to bounce from hood to hood to hood, you know. I know, you know, places like Baltimore got beautiful towns. Places like New York got beautiful towns. Places like, you know, Jersey, Virginia, up and down the East Coast and across the United States got beautiful towns. So God willing, with your YouTuber help, you guys, you know, showing support, engaging with the videos, bigger things will be possible. So stay tuned. Make sure your post notification bell is turned on so you can get notified whenever a new video is released on this channel. Because if you don't turn on that post notification bell, you won't know when I post another video. Y'all see me casually, slowly, cautiously catwalking over this sludge. Thank you, Leonardo, Donatello, Michelangelo, and Raphael. All right, y'all. It's your boy, Toony, Mr. Toon Dollars, Toon 215, Bad Toon, Super Toon, Toon 1, Toonism, Toonski, Toonage, Mr. Toony Califragilistic, Expialidocious. Tuner is tuning out.